let's go to New Zealand next. Let's pick them up. Runners-up from 2015. Of course, Australia won that tournament. And then New Zealand. You know, people don't, I feel like, I mean, I've been a fan of New Zealand from that 92 Martin Crowe side, right? That was a tournament that everybody remembers. They remember his captaincy, how New Zealand did that time. You like them, they're there. Somehow, do you feel that it could work in their advantage that not too many people are talking about them as front runners?
But very few people talk about them anyway.
Yeah.
New Zealand always give you more than you think they're giving.
Yeah.
The whole is always greater than the sum of the parts with New Zealand. They always offer you much more than you think. And so you take them a little lightly. The reason they don't win is on the big day, they don't have someone who'll say, right, you know what, I'm a Kohli, I'm a De Villiers, come on, I'm going to win it. I'm a Viv Richards, you know, those kind of players.
Yeah.
But they just play for each other. They're a very strong side. They've got a bit of this and a bit of that, and everyone gels well together. They've always been well led. I think Williamson's is a really good captain. In these conditions, Guptill, Munro, Taylor, they'll all become better batsmen.
Yeah.
Taylor's been fantastic for them over the years. If it gets a little dry, they've got the all-rounder in Santner.
Yep.
Santner, Sodhi. So they've got a decent side. I don't think it's the most powerful bowling side in the world.
I mean, look at those. Look at the options that Kane gets with those all-rounders.
Ferguson and Trent Bolt.
Yeah.
So they have the variety.
That's all three are 145 plus.
Yeah.
You know, they give you 145 pretty consistently. You're getting that. You're getting your all-rounders. The batting. This is a strong side. Look at it. I'm going. Listen, man. There's a few X factors there who are well led.
Tom Latham is injured. He might miss a game or two.
Yeah.
But its replacement is Tom Blunder, who scored 100 in the warm-up game.
Yep.
So and he's a batsman. So as you said, there's enough options. I don't know how they'll play the middle with sort of 6, 7, 8. They've got Neesham, the Grandhomme, Santner. I don't know if they can play all three, because they play all three, then they've got one too many part-time bowlers in there.
Yeah.
So once they figure out how they want to go 6, 7, 8, because Southee can bat at 8 too. So that's the only thing they need to figure out.
It's quite interesting because Brendan McCullum, of course, that was the Brendan McCullum era of captaincy, which took New Zealand cricket to the finals rather, as runners-up in 2015, and now it almost went rather seamlessly, Zach, from the McCullum to the Williamson era, didn't it?
Yeah, I think the players also, if you look at it, Stephen Fleming really set the platform.
Yeah.
So New Zealand team always knew how to make use of the resources which are available to them.
Yeah.
The brand of cricket, what they've been playing, they have a good feel of the game. You know, that has stayed constant. What they were lacking was that killer instinct and that positivity and really creating that culture of winning.
Yeah.
You know, so they would come, they would play the game of cricket and play it in such a way, you know, where they've given their best, and if that best was not good enough, they would just go back and forget about it. I think that is something which has changed since Brandon McCullum era had arrived. You know, so what he really brought to that side was that belief that we are going to be winning matches. You know, and we are playing to win games of cricket.
Yeah.
You know, so that's something which Brandon McCullum got to that side, and that progression has made it easier because of the players also, which are available right now. You know, like Kane Williamson is by far, you know, put in the top 4 players in the world, you know, in terms of batting. They've got these bowlers as well, like, you know, Trent Bolt, Southee. If you look at their records as well, you know, that the record speaks for themselves. You know, so that's something which has been a change in this New Zealand side. They've always had these utility players, you know, who kind of make that backbone of the team. You know, those utility players have always been there with the New Zealand side. So it will be interesting to see how this team now goes in the World Cup. You know, the series which they played against India was actually a bit disappointing because we had great expectations on that.
Yeah, true.
You know, home conditions, the side is looking
right?
good.
Was it
Yeah,
4-1, I think?
maybe because of that series right now, we are not thinking of New Zealand as a force to reckon with in this World Cup so far. But give them few matches and you'll say that, okay, you know, this team possibly will be one of the main contenders.
You're talking about few matches. Well, if you had to choose your first 3 games, these are the 3 games you'd choose, wouldn't you?
Sri Lanka, I mean, it would be like in a 5,000 meter race, someone started off with the sprint.
Yeah.
They'll pick up points straight away. They should pick up points. They shouldn't be dropping any points over there. And then suddenly India, South Africa. But look what happens if they are in trouble towards the end and need to win all their games.
Yeah.
Suddenly they're playing Pakistan, Australia, England. England at the end. But we saw this in the World T20 in 2016 as well. We're sitting and saying, who do you think will go through whatever? And quietly New Zealand said, right, we are first in, man. Okay,
Yeah.
we won it.
Yeah.
So it'll be great fun if New Zealand just start to get on a streak, because then that middle, the South Africas, the Pakistan, maybe if India lose a couple of games, there'll be a bit of a muddle.